Hey everyone.
Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Jill, and welcome to Watch It Wednesday. So today we want to tell you about mascara. So do you know when mascara began? Actually, women have been wearing mascara for years. I mean, like since before time. They used to mix ashes with elderberry juice in their homes, and that was like a natural colorant to put on their eyes. Then in 1830, a French perfumer who was developing cosmetic products, of course he started with perfume. Well, his son, whose name was Eugene Rimmel, well, he came up with coal dust and Vaseline petroleum jelly that the women would apply to their eyes. Can you imagine coal dust?
Vaseline.
Yeah, exactly, Vaseline. Yeah. And so this was used all across Europe, and it's actually called the Rimmel after him, and that was synonymous with mascara. So in 1917 is when our first cake mascara came on. It was the first product that actually came with a brush, and so it was like in a cake, kind of like an eyeshadow, I guess, and you would apply it like that and apply it on. And then in 1933, I know, isn't that? I mean, how we take for granted, right?
Yeah.
So then, get this, us women, in 1933, there was something called Lash, Lure, Eyelash, and Eyebrow Dye. Now, this contained a dyeing agent, obviously, that was actually extremely toxic. And women were using this. And remember, this is 1938 when it came out. It was extremely popular, but it was also extremely toxic. There are several women who became permanently blind, and one lady even died from it.
Oh my gosh.
So that triggered in 1938 the Federal Drug and Cosmetic Act to become law. And that act hasn't really changed much since 1938.
Gosh.
I know. Can you imagine?
Well, I can remember when my mom used to dye her eyebrows and eyelashes when I was a little girl. I guess she was just lucky that it didn't harm her.
Exactly. Yeah. She's very lucky. So then in 1958, that is when the first mascara in a tube came out, which included the spiral brush, which is what we use today. So that 1958. So now our brushes make a difference. So like a spiral brush like this,
yes,
that coats each lash and make our eyes look huge. So then the next kind of lash is one that's super sharp bristles. And what this does, that gets it right up against, on every lash. That way you can get right against the root tip. And so you want to comb this, and you don't want to wiggle between the roots because that can cause clumping. But that's with that type of brush. So the next type of brush is a fluffy brush. Now what this is going to do,
I like this one.
I know, I like that one a lot. That gives us major volume. And so wiggling this one is good because it gives you 360 degree application and coating, and it helps to plump your lashes. Mm-hmm. But now the holy grail is the tightly packed bristles on a rubber comb. So I think it kind of wiggles. Let's see, the rubber. You can see how and what's great about that is that it helps. The rubber allows you to sculpt your lashes to perfection, and that helps bulk up that fringe so you have this nice fluffy. And of course on your lower lashes you want to just use like the tip of the brush and just kind of do vertically and pull down on the bottom lashes. Now, when you finish off that tube of mascara, which more than likely is when it's dried up because you don't get rid of it at the 3 months you're supposed to get rid of. So important. Comment below if you get rid of your mascara every 3 months like you're supposed to. If not, you need some help with that. Mary and I have mascara clubs that we can help keep you on track.
Exactly.
So when you do get rid of that tube of mascara, instead of throwing it in trash, please recycle it. And the other thing, I don't know if you saw this, it's been on Facebook, several different places, but there's a place called Appalachian Wildlife Refuge. They are a nonprofit and they help rehabilitate injured and orphaned wildlife in North Carolina. And so what they do, you can donate, they take the discarded wands and clean them, and they actually use them to clean the fur of animals. So I thought that was kind of neat that somebody would do that.
Yeah.
So now let's get into, now that we've talked about the history, let's talk a little bit about applying mascara.
Okay.
So there's an option. You can wear your mascara by itself.
Yes.
Or with a primer. Personally, I have very short lashes, so I love using a primer. And what a primer does, it helps the mascara adhere and wear longer. It gives you more volume. It's going to help separate, give you some more definition. It actually helps condition lashes, so that keeps them healthy and strong. And a lot of them have like a fiber-rich formula that's going to add length and volume. So one of my favorite mascaras is this Dramatic Lash mascara that, remember that wand that we were talking about that had the Holy Grail, the rubber, and well, this mascara, it adds volume, it curls, and it separates.
All in one?
Yes, in one application. And you don't have to wear a primer. You can wear this with one application and get a nice long false eyelash look.
Does it have fibers?
No, has no fibers. But what it does have, it has castor seed oil. And do you know what that does?
Tell me, Jill.
It conditions and it actually helps your lashes grow longer. So you know, a lot of people, we have a separate step and we to help your lashes grow longer, some liquid. This actually has it built into the mascara. So you're conditioning and making them grow every day. It also has some special pigments, and they really have intense color, so that this black really goes on. And it actually, it has a special natural wax in it that actually clings to the lash tip.
Lashes.
And it makes them
and
even
it doesn't
longer.
Clump.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't clump.
I don't like anything that clumps.
Nope. So when you come to apply it, I think there are like 3 rules on your mascara.
You want to, in 3 months, replace your mascara. You don't want to pump it, because what it does, you pump air in there and it dries it up quickly.
So how would you do it instead of pumping?
I twist it.
So just kind of twist it around?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I'm sure everyone knows this rule. You don't share your mascara.
No, because you never know. I mean,
well, you don't. We don't know what other people kind of disease or condition that they have that may, it may.
They may not even know.
No, that's
They don't
correct.
even know that
That's
they have
correct.
it. So when you go to apply your mascara, here are some tips. On this one, take a lash comb of some sort and go ahead and comb your lashes. That way it gets them separated before you put the mascara on. So then you're going to take out your wand and wipe the stuff off the end. Because what happens invariably, you get it on it.
Get it on you, and it goes on your face and everywhere else.
Now, the next thing is that you're supposed to take and coat the top of your lashes first to get rid of like any buildup if any of the eyeshadow has fallen on there. But I can tell you with this mascara, you don't
really
have to
need to
do
do
that. You
that.
can
Yeah.
just do the normal. But if you're going on something really fancy and you want to do that extra, you can. And I know a lot of people have told me they get mascara if they do that. Here's something called a lash guard. And you're going to use this lash guard like this when you're applying that mascara so that it doesn't get on
Your skin.
right. So that helps. And then you would do it like this underneath when you're doing the underneath part of
That's
it.
a neat.
It is kind of neat, huh?
Yeah.
So
Where do you get these?
actually, I have several in stock.
Okay.
But I think you can get them also at
Walmart or
Beauty Supply
beauty
House.
supplies. Yeah. Yeah.
But I do have those. They're really cool to use.
Yeah.
So then the next thing is, like I said, if you're doing it from the top, you will feel a slight pull when you run it through there. And then you want to come back and coat the underside. Okay. So when you do this,
Ooh, sorry.
we're going to want
This
to
is
work.
live.
Yes. You want to go in kind of a zigzag motion so that it will help separate the lashes. And for maximum lift, you kind of start going towards the face, 2 or 3 strokes, and then your final stroke is out. Now then, let's say you do this and you got just a little bit too much mascara on. Have you ever had that problem?
Yes.
And you're like, great.
What do I do?
So take one of these disposable
Wands.
and you just comb it through your lash before it's dry, and that will remove that extra.
Saves the day.
Exactly. And let's say you don't have one of these. Remember we were talking about keeping an old one to donate? Well, maybe keep one, rinse it out really good, and keep
use it for that.
Exactly. So then, if you're adding more than one coat, you typically wait and let the lashes dry between the coats, otherwise it might start to clump. Now there's one exception to that. Let's say you've put this on and your eyelashes, they're kind of stuck together because you didn't separate them before. Well, in that case, when you're trying to separate lashes, you don't want to wait between coats because once it's dry, they're stuck together. And so if you see some that actually stuck together, immediately do your second coat to separate them before it dries. And then sometimes, you put your first coat on. A lot of times, second coat, I'll just, tip the very end of the lashes to kind of make it go longer. Now, this mascara is water resistant, and there's also a waterproof. Now, what is the difference between resistant and proof?
Well, I've always thought that, and I'm sure it's the ingredients, but to keep them separated in my mind, the water resistant will come off with just regular cleanser, and the waterproof you need a little extra to help it.
Exactly. And the other thing, a water resistant, you can sweat and things like that, and it's not going to run down your face. But you don't want to jump in a swimming pool with it. Right. Because then it will come off. But everyday Houston humidity and a little bit of tearing of your eye, it's going to be okay. If you're going to a wedding and you're going to be like seriously crying, you may want to wear a waterproof. And let's say you don't want to do the waterproof only. You can wear your regular mascara and then just put waterproof on top of it.
I use, and usually it's in the summer months when we sweat or perspire or whatever. I wear the water resistant on top, and then I use the waterproof on the bottom because that's where mine
I do the
smudges.
same thing. I do the exact same thing. And what's great I know a lot of people are kind of scared of waterproof mascara. Well, look for one that is nurturing. This particular one that I have here, and we'll both put the brand and the information in the comments, but this particular one actually nourishes and enriches your lashes. It conditions and moisturizes with a bamboo extract. So it's not going to dry your lashes like some waterproofs will.
Yeah.
It's going to be water, smudge,
or
and
break
proof.
your lashes.
Exactly. Yeah. It's also got that, remember we were talking about this wand. It is a rubber wand, so it does help with volumizing and lengthening and separating the lashes. And you know what else is exciting about this?
What?
This is the official mascara of the Women's U.S. Olympic Rowing Team.
This one?
This one.
BeautiControl?
Yes.
Oh,
so that's exciting. And what's exciting is because BeautiControl does not pay for advertising in any magazines.
Right.
So if you see something that's touting BeautiControl, you know that it is a real endorsement. You're not going to turn 2-3 pages over and see a $1 million ad. So this is a good moisturizing mascara. So, and like you talked about before, even if it's water resistant, it's really better to use a eye makeup remover, one that's designed.
Because it conditions your lashes. I mean, that's what it's made for, is to help keep your lashes healthy and in condition.
It makes them stronger. It also has a chamomile and cucumber, so that it actually soothes your eyes as well, the delicate eye area. And it has vitamin B5 that's going to nourish. And it also moisturizes. So if you have any questions about mascara, be sure and put in the comments, and Mary and I will answer any of your comments. And let's see, it is Tuesday is going to be 4th of July.
It certainly is. Gosh, I can't believe that June is almost over.
I know. So do you have anything special planned?
No, I don't have anything special planned. Sometimes we do things spur of the moment, but not normally do we go out of town or anything on the 4th. What about you?
Well, the family always comes here because it's my mom's birthday. She's a 4th of July
baby.
Yes, so we'll be celebrating her birthday. And then my niece is in July, and then my son is tomorrow. And so we actually celebrate everybody together.
Okay.
So
we hope that all of you have a safe weekend and enjoy your 4th of July, and we'll see you again.
Well, wait a minute. Do you see anything on my eyes?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, you're ready for the 4th.
Can you see
patriotic?
the red, white, and blue? Just real quick, it was really easy. It's so easy. You just take a little bit of
your blush,
and you put right here. And then you take a blue, put right here. Then you take the white and you just put right in the center. I mean, it's that simple. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about that, we'll be doing a live on Friday to show you how. And either a full eyeshadow like this or just the liner.
How about that?
So anyway, like Mary said, you guys have a great 4th, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Take care.